In this video, we're gonna work on the Civic, the D16Z6 model Civic. And this is the old hood I had. As you can see, it has some paint work needing to be done. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna cut a hole into it that you can see that's marked up. And I got the holes already drilled out, spaced out to hold this piece of plexiglass, I guess you could say. It's a little longer than I want. I would have used it if it didn't have these holes, so I gotta cut these holes out. But I already have them, everything measured out for that. So if you look, you can see that the inner square is the part that I'm gonna cut out. And this is where the fiberglass is gonna sit underneath. So when the hole is cut out, you have this fiberglass exposing the engine on the inside. So my plan is to mount it underneath the hood where this is over it. So that way you have a nice view of the engine bay from underneath. And after I get the hole cut out and everything mounted the way it's supposed to, I'm gonna go ahead and sand the hood down, fix all the little problems it has. All the little rust spots, I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna fix the little dents it has as good as I could. And then I'll repaint it. So that's how much of the inside you're going to see after it gets cut. Which, shit, honestly, it's perfect, I think. You see the engine, the intake too. You'll be able to see the filter when it gets mounted right here. Good spot, good spot. Now, I noticed this right here, I thought it was mainly surface, but look, I just poked it. It goes all the way through the other side. There's a couple spots that you can see. That's it on the other side. Then you have spots like this that may be able to get salvaged. And that's it. This is going to be the main one that's going to give me shit. I'm going to have to patch up somehow. But for the most part, that's what you're going to see when driving the car. I always wanted to do this to a car. Might as well do it to this one. So I'll put this on a time lapse, cutting the holes into that, cutting that piece off of it, and then somewhat mocking it up like I did to the other body on the Civic. But I'm gonna mock that up, see how it looks while it's on, and after everything is mocked up nice, I'm mocking it up to make sure that there's no gaps in between these screws, because if there is, then I'm gonna have to add more screws to it. Hopefully it stays flush, so I don't have to mount too many screws, but let's see. Okay, so this is where we're leaving off. I did a bunch of grinding. I found a bunch of spots that the rust went through. Right here in this corner, right here in this corner. Found some rust here, but this side didn't go through. This one went through, that one went through, this one went through, and obviously this one went through. But I ground off the paint all the way around the edges of this, resprayed it with some primer just to get the metal covered. I started doing the screws on the plexiglass here and there, but I'm gonna do the rest of that on the next video because I need to get some nuts for the bolts that I'm gonna use for this. I got these bolts that I'm gonna use for it. The JTuned speed. It has the JTuned speed washer on it. And these right there. But I gotta get some bolts or some nuts to screw onto these. So when I get that, I'll go ahead and continue on making the holes, so that way I can start from one end all the way to the other, so that way I don't do the four corners and then do these, and that'll create a gap. So I already did these two, so I'm gonna start like that. I'm gonna mock up the bolt, nut and bolt for that one, then and bolt for that one, then I'm gonna do these three that are here, then I'm gonna move this way. I'm gonna do that one, then I'll do this one, and I'll go ahead and keep doing it like that, so it flattens the plexiglass out as I go, and it doesn't create any waves. But that'll be for the next video. This is where we're at the moment. Until I catch you guys on the next one, peace out.